If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Speak up or ship out. I've got things to sort. Well, are you standing there for a reason, or is the scenery here all that captivating? Jobs. Check the notice board outside. There's always something that needs doing, and I don't have time to spell it all out. Can you read? Can you lift more than a feather? Then there's work for you. Pleasant is for feasts and fair days, neither of which you'll find here. I'm here to keep us supplied and alive, not to make friends. If you need coddling, you've come to the wrong place. I'm Shine, quartermaster of Camelot's Legion here in Connacht. My job is making sure this Legion doesn't fall apart from lack or neglect. A thankless job, let me assure you. Legate Denholm runs the show here, and I make sure his boots are on solid ground. He's got a head for strategy and a heart for politics. He dreams of dragging Connacht out of the muck and into Camelot's arms. I just keep the wheels greased, so his grand plans don't grind to a halt. My story? Huh. It's locked up tighter than our armory and just about as useful to you. Focus on what you need to do, not on digging up dirt. I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job would be a whole lot easier. And as it happens, I might have something for you, though it's a little different from what you've been doing so far. It seems that over the past few weeks, some of our supplies have been going missing. Just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. But when I checked the books at the end of the month, the numbers told the truth. Someone's been stealing the Legion supplies, and I won't stand for it. At first, it was mostly just food, so I figured it must be rats and set up some traps. But not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, a hammer, a saw, and a couple of knives were missing too. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can chew through iron. I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. Seemed like a decent enough guy, but, well, I guess I was wrong. The next day, Percy was gone, and with him, even more of the supplies. His mates swear he'd never do that. They say that the army was his entire life, but I find it hard to believe. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped, so I'm guessing he had some accomplices. In the storefront nearby. Maybe you'll find something, because I am all out of ideas.
Well, look who it is, the one who reignited the men here. I must say I'm impressed. Tell me, how did you manage to do that? Fascinating. You may not know, but I suspect the Kaya whispers her word to those who listen, even if they don't realize it. Tell me, would you like to help further? The people of Connacht are in need, and someone like you could make all the difference. The fields of Connacht are dying, their lifeblood drained by the creeping weirdness. If the crops fail, the people starve, and starving people are restless people. That cannot happen. Properly placed, they can shield the farmlands long enough for a harvest to be salvaged. It's not the perfect solution, but it's a start. And if the people see that the priests care for their well-being, they'll be more inclined to trust us. I need someone capable to handle this. Someone like you. You've seen them around, no doubt. They're simple enough in appearance, but the knowledge to craft them isn't as common as you'd think. Unfortunately, I don't have the recipe myself. If I did, this wouldn't be an issue. You'll need to find someone who knows the craft. Someone familiar with the weirdness or the old ways. But be cautious. Those who keep such knowledge don't part with it easily. Secrets, after all, are a kind of power. But I'm sure you'll manage. You've done the impossible before. A druid would be ideal, of course. They hold the deepest ties to the old ways and to the secrets of the weirdness. Here they have Maggot, but I wouldn't count on him if I were you. But there may be others who might help. Furket, the local inventor, has a knack for turning scraps of knowledge into working tools. If not him, perhaps someone who deals in druidic artifacts. Collectors sometimes know more than they let on. Legate Denholm won't be pleased. He prefers the weirdness close. It makes travel to Camelot faster. But this isn't about his ambitions. It's about the people of Connacht and what they need to survive. Help me do this, and you'll have not only my gratitude, but the gratitude of every farmer whose fields we save. So, my men here, Whisperer, what say you? Will you lend a hand and help the people of Connacht? I won't lie, relocation might be the safer option in the long run, but not everyone can abandon their homes and their land. It's not as simple as packing up and leaving. Still, if that is your belief, I can't force you to stay. Just consider what's at stake here. Good. I knew you'd see the importance of this. Together, we'll keep the fields alive and the people fed. For now, at least. Once you have the lanterns, they need to be placed around the farmlands. Start with the fields of Reese and Ida. They work as a couple and have some of the largest crops in Connacht. Then head to the lands of Rob and Gil. They're brothers and, while they're stubborn, their fields are crucial to the town's food supply. Without their harvest, we'd be in serious trouble. Position the lanterns carefully. Their glow will push back the weirdness, at least for a time. It won't be a permanent solution, but it's what we need to survive the season.
Oh, hello there. Ah, you must be the one I've heard so much about. A curious figure. Navigating the shadows of Connacht. Solving problems where others stumble. Allow me to introduce myself. Brother Vitus, humble servant of the Red Church, or so the official title goes. I prefer to think of myself as an architect of change. The kind that reshapes institutions and realigns priorities. The church as it stands is stagnant, weighed down by those who use it as a platform for ambition rather than service. Fabius, for instance, is a fine example of what I aim to correct. I seek reform. Nothing so dramatic as rebellion, of course. A more elegant approach is required. One must lay the groundwork, build alliances, and ensure that when the time comes, the transition is seamless. On parchment, yes. In practice, let's just say the hierarchy of the Red Church is more fluid than it appears. Fabius holds the title, but titles are transient. Influence, vision, and the ability to shape the Church's future, those are what truly matter. And in those areas, he's sorely lacking. Let him bask in his authority while it lasts. The tides are shifting, and soon enough, even he will see that he's relying on borrowed time. I'd like to ask you to speak with Anselm, Yvain's major domo. He's a man of considerable influence. He holds the respect of the people and the keys to the court. Should Yvain's position become vacant, Anselm will step into power. A useful ally, wouldn't you agree? But Anselm is cautious, perhaps even suspicious of anyone bearing the church's seal. This is where you come in. I have instructions for him. Guidelines to keep the court safe from the plague. Simple, practical advice, but to gain his trust, you'll need to offer more than words. A caravan from the island asylum is on its way to Connacht, carrying valuable supplies, plague potions, masks, gloves, and other tools for survival. Deliver these to Ansel, along with my message, and he'll see the value of our collaboration. Fabius, in his infinite wisdom, has forbidden the Red Priests from participating in the matters of the court. That's just how he is. Very eager to maintain his spotless image. Fortunately, I have no shortage of resourceful individuals willing to assist. Excellent. I knew you'd see potential in this opportunity. Together, we'll ensure Anselm sees the value of our efforts. The caravan is on its way. Find it, secure the supplies, and deliver them along with my greetings. Take whatever else you find. Coins, trinkets, that sort of thing. But the sealed crates, they must go to Anselm untouched. Consider it a sign of good faith. Do this, and you'll have my gratitude. And perhaps more.
Oh, it's you. You look, well, all things considered. I always knew you had to have survived. There simply wasn't any other possibility. Ah, no. Sadly not. I apologize for my forwardness. It's just, I've read so much about you. I feel as though we've known each other for ages. I've spent hours poring over the drawings of your vascular system. Enough that I'm fairly certain I could recreate them from memory. I'm so glad you're here now. If there's anything you need, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Oh, no. That honor fell to others. I was merely a silent admirer. Though I have to say, I do think they were rather heavy-handed with you. I've heard no one had much faith in you, but that doesn't excuse carelessness, don't you think? Exactly. That's what I've been trying to say all along. A softer touch wouldn't go amiss. Some of them acted like butchers hacking away at a fresh carcass. There should be a sense of respect for their patients, a kind of reverence. Suffering is sacred, not something to be enjoyed. Why, indeed. I have my suspicions, but nothing I can say for certain. Not yet, at least. You left so suddenly. Your case was in chaos. Incomplete notes, no one willing to talk. It was all very frustrating. That said, I do know a few things about what happened to you. And, more importantly, about the people who allowed it to happen. I'd need to dig through my notes, though. In the meantime, there's something I'd like you to help me with. Not at all. You're a mercenary now, aren't you? Or did I get that wrong? I simply wish to hire you for your exceptional talents. Straight to the point, I see. Oh, I do like you. You've got a sharp mind, and I'm really glad they didn't break it by accident. I need items touched by the weirdness. It's a personal fascination of mine. The way the weirdness reshapes even the most ordinary things is incredible. It can take something entirely mundane, like, you, for example, and turn it into something extraordinary and unrecognizable. Bring me a few of these items, and by then, I should be ready to share what I know about the experiments. Now, is there anything else? Those who arranged your escape from the island asylum were also the ones responsible for your capture. Everything that was done to you was at their behest. I don't know much more. They've always been incredibly secretive. Honestly, I was more focused on the results than on who was behind it all. But then they took you away, before anyone could achieve anything meaningful. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble, but with the potential to become something more. I don't have all the details about your case, especially concerning the Red Death, but something must have been done right, since you're not infected now. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of relationship, but would you perhaps be willing to lie down and let me rummage a bit? Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural affinity for the weirdness was enhanced. You see, centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain tolerance for it. Sometimes that tolerance can evolve into agreeability. It does, however, take time, so you were given a push. As for the exact methods, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which, would you mind sharing the details of your current state? I can't say I don't understand. I respect your choice, of course. And I sincerely hope you live a long and happy life. But if any accident were to befall you, I would be immensely grateful if you chose to donate your body for further examination. Abhorrent. We have suffered failure after failure, and now you're telling me it was by design. That curing the plague was never the goal. I am not sure where to go from here. You have indeed given me a lot to think about. You've given me much to ponder. Let's hope your next visit proves equally enlightening.
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. Through service and duty we ascend to holiness. It is not the act alone that is weighed, but the intent and the fruits thereof. A hand that lingers on selfish desires serves no purpose higher than itself. But a hand that labors for love and creation walks the righteous path. Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? What could be more important than this? I know which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery. I could not allow that, because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to living in impurity, as I know what that man intended to do with his sweaty hands panting over the next chapter. He intended to stain his soul with sin. People who are lost for their entire lives don't even realize they're on a path to nowhere, that each new crossroads only leads them more astray. I only want to protect them from this. I want to ensure that their life's path would have fewer moments of doubt over whether to succumb to temptation or resist it. Of course, I am a Red Priest, after all. I know much about the struggles of the spirit, about what shatters a person's dignity, about the acts that cloud the mind with a fog. Said the man of little faith, banging his head against the wall, "Please allow me to return to my prayer. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. Through service and duty we ascend to holiness. It is not the act alone that is weighed, but the intent and the fruits there. Why do you disturb me again? And I don't appreciate it when someone interrupts my prayer. Leave. We are the sanctified. Why do you disturb me again? The validity of any Red Church procedures is not for you to judge. Let me pray. We are the... Why do you disturb me again? Very bold words. The pain will go, but the grace of Kay that I will receive for my martyrdom will heal me. Could you say the same? I thought so. Allow me to return to my prayers. We are the sanctified martyrs. Why do you... And I don't appreciate it when someone interrupts my prayer. Leave. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. The sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. Through service and duty we... ascend to holiness. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for... We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we... Why do you disturb me again? And I don't... We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we... strive for purity. Through purity, we serve the people.
Back again? Well, time is short and so is my patience.
Open up, Firkit. We know you're in there.
Get lost! You've taken everything from me. I won't give you anything else.
Stop whining and open up. We've got to talk. I've had enough of this lunatic. Keep an eye on him in case he gets out. I need a rest. What do you want? Then go be curious somewhere else. We have our orders.
Open up, Firkit!
Not a chance!
No, you could not, because it isn't your job. But if you really must know, yesterday one of our warehouses caught fire because of one of Firkit's inventions. Denham ordered us to investigate, but how are we supposed to do that if we can't question the suspect? Come on, Firkit! I don't have all day!
I don't care! Leave me alone!
Ugh, well, maybe you're right. You're definitely not a Camelot soldier, that's for sure. All right, go ahead. We'll observe from a safe distance. Remember to ask him about his inventions, the dangerous ones in particular, and try to find out if he did it on purpose.
Who are you? Did Camelot send you? I'm not talking to those thieves. Get lost. I think it's quite obvious, isn't it? They're harassing an honest inventor. First, they stole my entire life's work, and now they show up with grievances. I'm not giving them anything, and I'm not letting anyone in either. Oh, aye, it did. And no surprise there. They've only got themselves to blame. They barged in here and grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down. No, actually, they even prized loose the things that were nailed down and took them too. Do you know what this device is? It's a pyrolusite stabilizer. And they took all the pyrolusite, but left the stabilizer behind. No wonder it blew up. Yes, pyrolusite, my most prized invention. I've spent half my life working on it. And what did they do? Well, they just took it away. And now they're surprised that it blew up. Well, pyrolusite is a wondrous substance. It can create fire anywhere you are. All you need is a drop of pyrolusite, add a little spit, and there you have it. Oh, it also amplifies the power of weird fires. Isn't that marvelous? So, tell me, don't you think it's marvelous? Exactly! But all great inventions need painstaking preparation. It takes years of experimentation to make them safe for use. As you can see, my pyrolusite isn't stable yet. That's why the stabilizer is essential. Without it, it's still a dangerous substance. Well, I was pretty agitated at the time. Do you think so? It's their fault for taking whatever they pleased and not asking how things work. I know perfectly well what happens when you meddle with inventions you know nothing about. I had a few apprentices who paid with their lives for their foolishness. Science is a field for geniuses, not for brainless grindylows who feel the need to whack anything they see cross their path. Someone died? Too bad. They shouldn't have put their grubby paws where they didn't belong. I won't confess to anything because I don't feel responsible for anything. It's just natural selection, as we scientists like to call it. Well, you're smart. It's good to know there are still people out there who respect the laws of nature. The strongest survive and the smartest endure. The weak and the foolish eliminate themselves. Even though our world is far from ideal, I'm glad that these principles still apply here. So forgive me for smiling at the news that my invention exploded in the hands of the Camelosians. It's what was meant to happen. Nature has spoken. Who am I to defy her laws? I value them even above my own life. So tell me, stranger, what fate awaits me now? The noose? A prison cell? Or perhaps they will throw me to the weird beasts, hmm? As you already know, I have no love for Camelot. However, if it means securing my survival, I might consider accepting that offer. Yes, I suspect so too. Still, I hope we can resolve this matter amicably. There are two things I value above all: science and life itself. If I need to sacrifice one for the other, then so be it. At least I'll take all my secrets to the grave, so my inventions won't fall into the hands of utter imbeciles. I could continue working on pyrolosite. I have another idea that might help address the issue of its stability. Are you familiar with weird candles? They possess the ability to dispel the weirdness, just like a campfire, but portable. If you light one, you can walk through the night without fearing transformation or ambush. But weird candles burn out quickly, and their production is quite complex. Perhaps my pyrolosite could prolong their effect, or at least simplify production. Yes, I think I would like to start making weird candles. Go to Denholm and tell him what we discussed. I trust you to draw the right conclusions.
Well, good for you. If that's all, I'd rather you kept moving. Who is it? Well, good for you.
the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we... We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity. Why do you disturb me again? Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations. Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations. What did I plan? To burn them, of course. That is what Miss Liliana deserves. That is the fate that befalls a rakish infidel. Yes, you heard correctly. Do you think I don't know what's in those books? I won't deny it. I took a peek inside. I needed to understand the sheer scale of depravity we are dealing with. I acknowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural should be penance, to free oneself from that sin. Chasteness does not come easily, but that is why it is a virtue, granting oneself relief through such primitive and vulgar acts, engaging with something as vile as these books. Have you read A Sermon on the Paths of Discipline by Brother Flamen? He makes a proper statement about those types of deviations. Hands that stray toward idle pleasures build no temple. Ah, you wish to have at least the bare minimum for discussion. Excellent. Look around our quarters. You should find that text, along with its perfect complement, a sermon on purity and temperance. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified. We are the sanctified. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we... You have returned. My decision remains unchanged. All of Liliana's books will burn as soon as I finish my prayer. So, what has someone like you gleaned from them? I am most curious, especially since it's written that a hand that lingers on selfish desire serves no purpose higher than itself. Know this, the seed is sacred, meant not for waste, but for the cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose. Of course it serves a purpose, a vain and impure one. Such self-gratification weakens the spirit and body. It compels the heart to submit to every fleeting whim. Meanwhile, to be men means resisting those whims, holding back the hand from striking, restraining the hand from depravity. How can a man be ready to protect his loved ones if he's so willing to blind himself through sin? Just to remind you, a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin or Kay, which makes him barren and forever lost. He serves, indeed. It is, of course, a different kind of service than mine, but if you put it that way, it is true that this man, for reasons known to him, started his duty and continues it. I must admit that I hold deep respect for those dedicated to their service. Maybe the soul of that one is not as corrupted as I thought, even if he is so eager to look into those tomes. I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary in priestly service. We know human nature all too well, do we not? Avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but ultimately, they will still stand before Kay and her word. Your words, however, are wise, and they lead towards reflection. And there it is, the image of modern humanity, knowing no virtues. Stripping purity from every aspect of life, you kill holiness. And then, in the face of life's hardships, you ask where grace has gone. Do not waste your time searching for trivial problems. It can be put to much better use. Yes, you might be right about that one, stranger. An excellent observation, and a keen use of the passage from A Sermon on Purity and Temperance, I must admit. This is not about control, my child, but about opening the eyes of those who cannot see. Would it not be better if each of us were ready to receive the prophet's word? A body that succumbs to temptation is a weak body. That is precisely why we must maintain purity, to be ready at any moment to receive the grace of the prophet. As Brother Flamen says, treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, as the pursuits of bodily pleasures is like blindness. Through understanding and grace. That is a fragment where Flamen was not mistaken. It is difficult to interpret it otherwise, and his argument is further strengthened by his reference to the texts of esteemed priests. Nevertheless, the matter here is different. It has been stated many times how such acts dull the human mind. Such pleasures are like gathering rotting apples, unproductive at best, and poisonous at worst. So, dear stranger, where did our little discourse lead you? What about my role in all of this? Where would people be without priests, striving to protect them from sin and impurity? Everything is tied to faith. Don't you see? Every act, every gesture of our hand may prove defining. Separating those two orders won't do any good. Enough, stranger. I see you've tried, but I won't debate matters of faith further. I remain unshaken. The books will burn. Now, let me return to my prayer.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. Say, have you seen a pig running around? Well, yes, what of it? Lots of people give their animals names. Some have a cow named Bessie. I have a pig named Wilkin. Is it? Well, perhaps I'm just more creative. So what? Butcher them? Oh, sweet old mother. I haven't even thought about that. What if someone ate him? Please, please, you have to help me find Wilkin before something terrible happens. Well, the thing is, Wilkin's not really a pig. He's my lover. Well, he's a pig now, but he used to be a man. He was one of Camelot's soldiers. The thing is, I might have done something really stupid. Look, I just wanted him to be happy with me. I know he's not the type to settle down, but I just wanted him to understand that he doesn't need all these other girls when he has me. I went to see a witch that lives outside Connacht. See? Here. I'll show you on the map. They say that if you really, really want something, she'll appear and grant your wish. To be fair, I thought it was just an old wives' tale. I mean, nobody can live that long, not even a witch. But I decided to see for myself, and there she was. She gave me a potion. She told me to add it to my beloved's meal, and that would be it. He'd be right by my side, as happy as a pig in mud, just as I wanted. Yes, I can see now that it might not have been the best choice of words. But in my defense, I suspect that the witch is not really a witch. She's something evil that feeds on the misery of others. That's what she is. She wanted something precious to me, but I didn't have anything. So she said she'd take her payment later. Fat chance of that happening now. I won't give her a single coin. And if she ever shows up here, I'll tell her what I think of her and her deals. I've already sharpened my pitchfork to give her a warm welcome. That's the thing. She disappeared. I went back there, but there was no sign of her. It's like she was never even there. And then Wilkin disappeared too. Now all I can do is hope that he hasn't ended up on somebody's table. Really? Oh, thank you. May the All-Mother bless your heart. I promise I'll reward you handsomely. Maybe you should try finding the witch first. Maybe she just didn't appear to me out of spite. But perhaps she'll talk to you. Oh, that's for sure. Thank you. I'll stay here in case Wilkin comes back. Oh, goodness, I just hope it's not too late.
Have some spare food or coin?
Welcome back. Do you need any recommendations? Damned red priests. You'd think they'd have bigger problems than a bit of questionable literature. They don't have to like it. But nobody's forcing them to read it either. Well, thanks for looking into it. For whatever it's worth. One more thing. I can see you're alright. And I hope I can trust you. We need to talk. I need to ask you for something. It's serious. It might even be a matter of life and death. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devane's manor. A Delrida relic. And I need you to get it for me. The tablet was made by the Theud tribe and given to House Tarion as a token of friendship between the Delrida and the people of Kunacht. It's cursed, I suppose. Look, I'm no Theud. I don't pretend to understand their magic. But I do know the tablet causes nightmares. The thicker the weirdness, the worse they get. And, well, we all know what happened to Lady Maeve. If that tablet killed her, it can't stay in the manor. Aye, if I'd known I would have said something, but I didn't. No until the Stone Wardens reached out to me a while ago, asking if I could petition Lord Devane to return the tablet to the Delrida. I own a bookshop. I don't exactly have the social standing to march into Yvain's manor and demand he hand over an ancient artifact here. Give me your map, and I'll mark their camp. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too. Ask any Ulf, and they'll tell you the whole Theud tribe isn't honourable. Just because they use magic. They'll also call the Volker a bunch of raving lunatics. But while I don't put much stock in prejudice, it does feel wrong. Maybe it should, but it's also history. If the Stone Wardens are right, this tablet is one of the oldest examples of Theud craftsmanship. A piece of Delrida magic that survived on Avalon for centuries. Still, if it comes down to it, if it's a choice between taking it or leaving it behind to do more harm, destroy it. I'll deal with the Stone Wardens afterwards. Why? Knowing that you might have saved many lives is no enough for you? Of course there's a reward. The Stone Wardens left me some gold, and it'll be yours. No everybody gets an open-door invitation to the Lord's Manor just for showing up in Künicht, you know. It's not like I haven't tried. I spoke to that snake, Anselm, but he practically threw me out the gate. He set a price so high, I'd have to sell my bookshop and still come up short. When I told him about the danger, he accused me of lying. Said I need to learn how to haggle. What a smug, spineless wee worm. Then don't do it. You could try talking to Anselm first. Maybe he'll take you more seriously. For all I know, he just doesn't like me. He wouldn't be the only one in Künicht. Though if that doesn't work, well, maybe it's time to learn how to use a lockpick, eh?
Something new? Yes.
Oh, hello there. Hello again.
Just keep your head down. You've come back. Let's hear what needs addressing. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly become fashionable while I wasn't looking? That tablet seems to be gaining in popularity by the day. I told Frel the price, 2,000, and that's final. Oh, please. That tablet has been here for ages, and only now it's cursed. What happened to Lady Maeve was tragic, of course, but I highly doubt it had anything to do with some dusty Dalriata artifact. For someone supposedly well-read, Frel could have come up with a better excuse. I'm not sure why you feel the need to tell me that. You do realize I'm not actively looking for a buyer for the tablet, right? I'm just indulging a strange obsession you people seem to have with it. But fine, do as you like. I'll be here if you decide to throw your money away on some old piece of stone.
Do you need something?
Stay quiet, stay safe. Stay quiet, stay safe.
Do you need something?
Ah, there you are. What news do you bring to the court today? Truly? Well, I suppose there's no accounting for taste. Still, better you than Dalriata. She put us in a terrible position, you know. She came here and demanded we hand over part of our treasury, just because it was once theirs, as if we could afford to show any more weakness. Take the tablet, do whatever you wish with it. I never want to hear about it again.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
Hello again. If you need anything specific, feel free to ask. Aye, it would be. Delrida know how to work stone in the most intricate way, but we're also quite fond of grandiosity. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you not to part with it just yet. The stone wardens are waiting for it, and I can't really be seen lugging it around. But it's far, and you're very strong. You can handle it with no problem. Here's the reward I promised, and I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too. Give me your map, and I'll mark their camp. Here's the reward I promised.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Exiled from my home.
What is it now? If it's chatter you're after, you'll be disappointed. So the job's done? And here I was, ready to send out a search party. You are full of surprises, which is more than I can say for most of the folks around here. Aye, these are bear claws indeed. You've got a knack for this. Or just plain luck. Either way, these will do nicely. Good, now maybe I can actually secure those tents properly.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. It was only in the morning that I found him. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht, alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. For a while, I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer, until one day, he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know what's wrong with him either. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants to. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him. What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from here. Beor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar, oh no. Hell knows what happened there. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened, but I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask me. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then either. I only cared that Beor was alive.
Have some spare food or coin? Anything else?
Weird lanterns, you say? Of course, that sounds like Fabius. Always scheming. Always so subtle in his little power plays. It's obvious what he's really doing. Going behind my back to curry favor with the locals. He doesn't care about their crops or their lives. He just wants to be the hero of Connacht. Mark my words, whatever he's promised you, there's more to it. Fabius doesn't lift a finger unless it serves his interests. I don't like it, but I'll tolerate it, for now. Just don't let him drag you too deep into his games. There's more at stake here than he'd have you believe. What isn't he hiding? Fabius wraps himself in the guise of charity, but every move he makes serves the Red Church first and foremost. The lanterns? A means to anchor the Menhir for their convenience, not for the farmer's sake. Don't let his piety fool you. It's just another tool. Well, well, look who's here. If it isn't our self-appointed detective. My men have explained why they left their post outside Firket's house. I'll admit I was furious at first, but the lieutenant swore it was the right decision. Since I trust my men, I'm now expecting a report from you. That's a serious accusation. Still, I suspected you might say something like that. I'll be honest with you. Firket is neither trusted nor well regarded among my soldiers, especially after the accident which, as you claim, they brought upon themselves. Fine. Firket will stay in Connacht, and his inventions will be returned. However, make sure that he takes proper care of them, so they no longer pose a threat to anyone. Here, this is for your excellently conducted investigation. Tell Firket of my decision. Let him make the necessary preparations.
And? What's our situation? What did Denholm say? Oh, so does this mean Camelot still has a working brain among its ranks? Incredible. Very well. A deal is a deal. I'll begin production of weird candles, and you've done well. In return, I'll offer you a, discount on my products and allow you to use my house. Feel free to cook and sleep there whenever you like. I rarely indulge in those distractions. But remember, never ever interrupt my work. Oh, it's you. How can I help you today?
Show me what you're made of. I'll strike you down. It's just a flesh wound. No match for our band. We may be in for a fight. Stay focused. I'll shoot you down. You'll pay for that insult. I've had worse. I'll strike you down. I'll strike you down. That'll
Looking for shelter, traveler? You're welcome to join us, unless you're worried a big bad Dalrita might eat you for breakfast. A gift? Ah, I see. And you lug that thing all the way from Kurnacht? For that alone, you have my respect. Now, let's take a look. Ah, so that's what happened. The stone chipped, and the meaning of the runes changed. Sweet dreams turned into living nightmares. This is why I don't trust magic. The simplest, stupidest thing can end up killing you. Well, there is now, but no, I don't think it started as one. I don't know the runes well enough to be certain, so I'll have to ask the Thoyd brothers for details. But it looks more like a blessing than a curse. At least now they can rest easy, knowing their tribe hasn't done something so dishonorable. Aye, and I'd say because of cracks between people too. If we hadn't strayed so far from one another, maybe all of this could have been avoided. Then again, maybe not. Maybe fate makes no mistakes. I suppose we'll never know. But you're not here to listen to a blacksmith getting maudlin. Here, this is for your trouble. May your burdens be lighter to carry from now on. No, not every Dalrida you meet outside the Forlorn Swords follows that runt. They've always kept peace with the people of Kurnacht. Yvain still honors the old treaties. But with those Camelot dogs milling about, it's not as safe here for us as it once was. Better to stay out of sight. Oh, and you've met all of us, have you? They're a friendly Dalrida, just like they're a non-reader who aren't so small-minded. Or so I hope. I invited you to our fire, not into our business. We mean no harm to anyone here. That's all you need to know.
All right, then. So, hello there. I am Ukko from the Ulfa tribe. If you want to trade, just shout. We don't get many. We all belong to the Stone Warden Brotherhood here. Ugwe was with us once, but he left to join One Eye. Aye, he always struck first and asked questions later. That's his charm. But I was surprised that he joined One Eye. Our commander Darvan never supported the rebellion. He says the Stone Warden should act with reason and strength of will. I believe that too. I don't know why Ugwe left. Sometimes I miss him. We grew up like brothers, even if we were only cousins. Old Watchtower. Used to be empty. Then some right nasty bugger moved in. An ogre. Big. Loud. With teeth that can chew through stone. And I mean that literally. Saw him from a distance, munching on weird stone. Probably what made him howl and run about like that. If I were you, I'd keep well away. An ogre. One that's gone mad with weird stone. Good luck with that. You're just as bloody reckless as my cousin Ugwe. May your steps be steady.
Kavor's got too soft a heart. Funny, considering it's made of weird steel. Here, have some stew. But if you want anything else, you'll have to earn it. Aye, it's brotherhood, not charity. You take some, you give some, and we all share in the work. We look after our own, sure, but we've no use for hangers-on. Name's Heiko, Stone Warden, born of the Thude tribe. I keep this sorry lot from starving on the road. Before you ask how come I'm from Thude, since most Stone Wardens are from Ulfr, and since our tribes hate each other's guts. Aye, they do. But me and my Ulfr brothers learned to make peace. For the craft's sake, you know. Singing weird steel. That's the highest honor there is. Always felt like there's a bit of magic in it. That's what pulled me in to begin with. I don't talk about that too much though. Kavor and the others get all grumbly. It's between me and the steel. Aye, you wouldn't guess it, but the big lump's a hopeless romantic. Soon as he met that man of his, he was ready to light the forge. Good thing Halvor's got more sense than he does. They're a good pair, and they never forget the forge comes first. As it should. If you're up for it, I've been thinking. You any good at baking? I only ask because, if you are, then you know. It's not the same as cooking. With cooking, you need taste buds and a basic sense of ingredients. But baking takes precision. It's closer to alchemy, really. And since I can't exactly dabble in alchemy, I stick with baking. Cooking and baking are noble crafts, harmless enough not to make the forge jealous. But alchemy, that's a different beast. It takes focus, sometimes full-on devotion. And the forge, well, she doesn't like to share. Good thing to keep in mind, if you're ever thinking about serious smithing. Aye, a man can have a dozen lovers, but only one craft he's truly bound to. Try forging with your head full of some other work, and she'll burn you for it. No question. Aye, I'm getting there. See, some of the Thude alchemists use ingredients from the weirdness in their potions, and I thought, why not try something similar, but in the form of baked goods? Maybe if we sprinkle the weirdness into food, it'll help us build up a resistance to the fog. But I need someone to gather a few things. Ether bloom, a handful of ethereal cobwebs, and some butter. I'm all out of that. Got plenty of flour, though. Ah, so you know it. Yes, it can be smoked, sure. But when eaten, it might work a bit differently. Stronger, maybe. We'll find out. Everything needs testing, doesn't it? The icing. Perfect. I'll even let you have a taste of the first batch. Now, do you need anything else? I need to keep an eye on the stew. Do you have them? Then why are you standing here? Come back when you do. All right. Safe travels.
place. It still pulls at me. We should take a moment, just to be sure.
It takes more than just ambition to fly. You've got what it takes. You've surprised me, Birdie. And as it seems, not just me. Self will be waiting for you inside. From now on, you answer to them. Congratulations and good luck. So it seems. You're climbing up, Birdie. Truly impressive. Even I didn't gain favor so quickly. But I trust Self. If the crows see something in you, they are right about it. We call it the Morrigan's Hollow, our dwelling in Kunat. The passage only opens for those who carry the sigil I gave you. You'll be able to stock up on supplies, rest, or hide if things get too heated outside. That doesn't happen. Crow sigils know their owner. If they end up in the wrong hands, they turn into worthless stone. Nothing that can help you. You managed well with me. Perhaps you'll manage just as well from here on. I have no tales to share, Birdie. I'm absolutely uninteresting, but I'm touched that you asked, really. Alright, enough chatter. Don't keep Self waiting too long. From what I hear, there's some plans for you. Break a wing and take care. I like you. Don't ruin that.
There you are, my little hatchling. I hear you've been working hard. That makes me glad. I had a good feeling about you, and I do love being proven right. Why not? If a name defines us, then I am all I need to be. Does there always need to be a story? My name is my own. That's all there is to it. No. Eager, aren't you? Just don't let that eagerness turn into recklessness. Some children get a little too fond of blood, and then we have to clip their wings. I do have another task, but I'm afraid it's not a job I can give to a mere hatchling. I know you can. You've shown that you're ruthless, driven, and cunning when it counts. It would insult both you and Morrigan to keep treating you like a chick begging for worms. No, it's time you took flight. Congratulations. From now on, you're a fledgling. Make us proud. First, from now on, you answer only to me and the other crows. Any hatchlings we send your way are yours to command. If you decide they're not fit for the guild, it's up to you to take care of them. As for your tasks, how you handle them is your business. I don't care about the methods, only the results. The rest, we'll see how you do. It is. I'm glad you understand that. Most hatchlings don't live to see this day. Your next assignment is of utmost importance to all the children of Morrigan. That includes you now, so I trust you'll approach it with even greater diligence than any task you've been given so far. A while ago, we lost contact with one of the seers. What makes this even more troubling is that he was in possession of the head of Morrigan. I doubt he's still alive, so I need you to find his body and, most importantly, recover the head of Morrigan. And of course, eliminate anyone who dared to touch it. Because every seer tasked with guarding the head pledges an oath to protect it with their life. And death is the only acceptable reason to stop reporting its whereabouts. A severed head. Preserved, of course. It is hundreds of years old, after all. In a way, according to the seers, it belonged to one of the Morrigan's avatars. A human she deemed worthy to serve as her vessel for a time. When the vessel's purpose was fulfilled, Morrigan commanded the children to sever its head so it could forever serve her clerics in spreading her will. Now you see why it must be treated with the utmost care and respect. You'd have to ask the seers about that, though it's not likely they'd tell you. They keep their secrets closely guarded and only speak to the crows. But who knows? Morrigan willing, you may one day have the chance to pester them with your questions. I, for one, am looking forward to it. See that you do. I've marked the seer's last known location on your map. Oh, and if he really is dead, there's likely to be a complication. You see, the seers are very protective of their secrets, even after death. His corpse will probably be guarded by a banshee, and banshees don't distinguish between friend and foe. But I'm confident you'll manage. Now go. May Morrigan's wings shield you from prying eyes. The clerics of Morrigan. They are the most devoted among the children and the ones closest to her. Their role is to ensure that our actions align with Morrigan's will. Without the seers, we'd be nothing more than a band of murderers, killing indiscriminately for no purpose. That's not who the children are, and it's not who we can ever become.
made a big mistake.
You're here! Me? No, not at all. I told you, they stole my heirloom. Well, that's absurd. Why would I do that? I've never even spoken to a deserter. You don't know what it's like to live here. It's unbearable. Everyone's poor. The Menhir is failing and the Red Death is creeping closer every day. And Camelot? It'll be even worse. At least I'm somebody here. There, I'd be nothing. And I won't rot in a cell, Over my dead body!
New around here, huh? I'd offer you a job, but you don't look like someone who needs to count every coin. Besides, the folks here wouldn't let an outsider take their work. Keeping an eye on the goods Connacht provides to strengthen the capital. We're gathering what we can, timber, supplies, and soon, the men here. Then we'll take the people and head back to Camelot. We're building a home there, for Avalonians who want to escape the wordness. It's getting worse by the day, I tell you. Then they'll die, sooner rather than later. Don't get me wrong, I understand. This is their home, their land. But if they want to live, they need to come with us. Otherwise, the wordness will take them. And trust me, nobody wants to end up like that. Appreciate you asking. There is one small thing if you're up for it. Since I can't leave my post and my friend Bryn needs these gauntlets right away, I need a courier. That's you. Don't worry, he'll pay you. Though if we're being fair, it should be my coin, since I bought him this pair, but I'd rather he have them now than wait. A friend of mine, he also guards workers nearby, under that old oak they call Merlin for some reason. People of Connacht are a strange bunch. Poor guy's stuck there all day, and his workers are as talkative as mine, meaning not at all. He even helps them sometimes. That's how he ruined his gauntlets. If he doesn't get them back, he'll waste away from boredom.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Good day.
I wasn't expecting comedy.
Have some spare food or coin?
Ah, there you are. Just in time to witness the rebirth of Asgore the Invincible. Vrel's potion worked like a charm. I feel stronger, faster. Hell, I feel like a young recruit again. Don't you start. It's all in the mind, see? Strength, speed, endurance. It's all about believing you've still got it. Anyway, I'll keep taking it. Maybe I'll even best you in a duel next time, eh? Yes? Well, I'll be damned. Nevera, known as the Chill Heart. She earned that nickname because her blade supposedly freezes the blood of her opponents. It certainly leaves marks like frostbite. Nevera is said to be a Dalreator from the Forlorn Swords. They say she was too cruel even for her own tribe and was exiled. If you ask me, she should have stayed there. But she won't be causing trouble anymore. Here's your reward.
Good. Keep it up. I have no respect for cowards. I'll await your return.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Nice to see you.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Well, since you've already killed them, I don't see why you shouldn't be rewarded. Thanks to your efforts, my men and the people of Connacht can rest easier. Here, this is for you. I'll await your return.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Having fun, are we? Hello. Coming back to me, I see. You must... Leaving already? And we were having such a good time. Hello. I envy you.
I wasn't expecting company.
Nice to see you.
What are you poking around here for? You're one of them, aren't you? You better sod off, or else.
Calm down, Bryn. No one would be so stupid as to show up here after making such a mess. You'll have to excuse Bryn. None of us are in the best of moods lately. Someone has been sabotaging our equipment for the past few weeks, and it looks like it's a professional job. They seem to know perfectly well how to make life difficult for us. And after what happened last time, my people have had enough. They refuse to work. They don't want to risk their health. Bandits, probably. Or rebels from Kunakt. Although at this point, they're one and the same. The workers refuse to keep working. Not only do they feel threatened, but... well, there's no denying that not everyone from Kunakt is happy about what we're doing here. I can understand them, in a way. We made them destroy their own land.
They should just give up. If they piss Denham off, it's not going to be pretty.
Bryn, calm down, please. Remember why we're doing this. It's for their own good.
And we have our orders, for which we are held accountable. It's us or them.
The bandits used to come at night, destroy our equipment, and then disappear. But last time, they beat one of the guards unconscious. Poor sod was just lying there, like a tenderized steak for the whole night. He lost a lot of blood. And when we finally managed to wake him up...
It turned out that Aedwin wasn't himself anymore. His head was all messed up. Bastards.
Yes. He was delirious. Kept seeing strange things. He thought we wanted to hurt him.
We have to catch those scumbags.
Something needs to be done, that's for sure. But for now, we wait. Denholm doesn't want to give us any more guards. So, if you want to earn some money, we could use your help. One of the workers claims to have seen the direction those thugs ran. They're familiar with the area. They mentioned a cave. I'm not sure if this is a good lead, but it's worth checking out. So, what'll it be? That's good to hear. If you discover anything, come back to me, eh? I'll send someone to Denholm with a report. Good luck.
Thanks. Sure. 10 gold coins. That's all I have. Did they now? I highly doubt it. Besides, I know these gauntlets. They're not sold. They're handed out by the quartermaster. Ulik paid shit for them. Oops. Fine. Yes, there's a story. An inside joke, you might say. So, one day, I'm on duty, and my stomach's a mess. Nature called, so I answered. Found some bushes. You know the drill. Only then did I realize there was nothing usable afterwards. No cloth on me, no leaves. Well, you get the idea. I had to use the gauntlets. When Ulik found out, he couldn't stop laughing. Ever since, whenever we're stationed apart, he finds a way to send me a new pair of gauntlets. This is my 3rd pair so far. I wonder what he tells Shinna to get yet another set out of her. That's the whole story. You can go now. That's because Ulik's a good friend. He wouldn't embarrass me, not even in front of strangers. But I was so damn bored, I figured, why not be honest with you? And I really wanted to see the look on your face. Worth it. Absolutely priceless. Sure. Thanks for the gauntlets.
I wish I'd stayed asleep.
look familiar. Yeah, you're Sioran's kid, aren't ya? Yeah, that's it. You look a lot like him. Yeah, sorry about your father, but trust me, those priests mean well. They took him to the island asylum to cure him. He'll return whole and healthy. What are you doing here? Did the Camelotians drag you to work here too? Being a Camelot soldier? And what's the point in that? If Camelot gets pissed, there won't be anything left to pick up. Right, that's me. There's this cave, dug out by the Cornac folk about 100 years ago. My old man told me it was meant to be a shelter in times of war or some other disaster. I was there a couple of times when I was a kid. It used to be safer back then. Now it's all but abandoned. If you ask me, that's exactly where those folks who beat up the guard could be hiding. Really? I could have sworn you were his kid. Oh well, my mistake. In that case, good for you. Sioran's a terrible bastard and a swindler. They brought in machines and soldiers to keep order. You must have seen them. I don't know if you've heard, but they're planning to move us to Camelot. They say it has something to do with the men here and the weirdness. But I don't buy it. Sounds like utter crap to me. I say they should back off and stop sticking their noses where they don't belong, eh? Or they might smell something their royal noses aren't prepared for. Sure.
Nothing ever happens.
Why does everything always feel like a bother?
What's left for someone like me?
This is going to hurt. You are nothing but a... Your gold belongs to us now. Show me what you are made of. You'll fall to my sword. match for our band.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Ah. The less attention, the better. You startled me. Good to see you. I assume this visit is more than social. Vitus, you say? I wasn't expecting anything from the Red Church. Masks, gloves, plague supplies? And guidelines, too. He's certainly thorough, I'll give him that. I may not trust the Church's motives, but I won't deny the usefulness of these items. If nothing else, they'll help safeguard the court. Tell Brother Vitus I received the package, and tell him I'll remember this. Until next time, let's hope you bring good news.
Nice to see. Hello there. Looking for...
Spare a coin for the hungry.
What brings you? Good. Anselm is not an easy man to sway, but with this gesture, we've planted the seeds of trust, and perhaps ambition. Here's your reward, and consider it a token of appreciation for your discretion. You've proven yourself quite resourceful. The tides of Connacht are shifting, and you've ensured they move in the right direction. Well done.
It? Oh. All right. Come on in. So? You'd be nervous too? If half of Connacht branded you and your husband as traitors. I wish Quill hadn't been so eager when Camelot was looking for workers. I told him people wouldn't be happy with us. But he just brushed me off. If he had just waited a bit, I could have told everyone. He was forced like the rest. As long as I don't go out too much. I mean, I don't think anyone would actually hurt me. Or at least I hope not, but still, it's hard. being spat on by people you've known your whole life. I get that they're angry, but Quill and I aren't to blame. We just wanted a better life. That doesn't give them the right to make me afraid. In my own home. They haven't hurt me, no. But they broke our windows. Trampled my flowers. I barely leave the house anymore. Because I'm scared of what I'll come back to. We haven't done anything to them. We don't deserve this. So he won't be home for dinner. Again. Or the next few days, I suppose. Oh, bother. Fine. Fine, I'll go. Maybe she's got some news about when we're finally leaving. Thank you for coming. Here. Take this for the road. I just took it fresh from the oven. Not unless you can give our lord a swift kick in the arse. And get him to finally give the order to move. If this drags on any longer, we'll just leave on our own. And hope the road is kind. But thank you for asking. I hope the next time we talk, it's under better circumstances.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril. No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get. Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, The turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again. Aye, that we do. It was getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all. Aye, it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I'd bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now. And make my missus a widow? Pah! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again. I see. You're with those Camelotians who want to run us out. We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try. Pumpkins, you say? Oh, I don't know. Are you sure about that? Well, see, with most crops, you plant them in the weirdness, and maybe they turn out all right, or maybe they turn out weird-touched. But pumpkins, they're a whole different story. They bloody love the weirdness. Or the weirdness loves them, I'm not sure. Either way, they always end up weird-touched. If you're lucky, they'll just grow really big and make you see everything in orange. If you're not, they might grow teeth that eat your entire family. Aye, that's what I heard from old Frankie. May he rest in peace. He once saw it with his own eyes on an abandoned farm. Rotting pumpkins with bit of arms and legs sticking out of them. Still, Frankie took the seeds, because he wasn't one to let things go to waste. He gave some to me, but I've never been brave enough to plant them. Tore his foot on a rusted nail. Oh, and I'm telling you, lockjaw pretty on anyone. But on Frankie, gave me nightmares for a week. Oh, I just don't like to throw things away. All right then. Your funeral? Oh, that's gonna be a weird one, that's for sure.
The carrot.
Another one? We've had enough strangers in Connacht. You lot bring nothing but trouble. Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenier and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them. Aye, more of them every day, and no just in the village either. I saw a few of the younger ones wandering around outside, looking for trouble. They say they're looking for people sick with the Red Death, but all they do is drag decent people out of their homes and haul them off to all mother knows where. And people still get taken by the plague, so what good are they? Bunch of quacks. The Camelotians are saying our Mynheer is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them. Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Coon Act. That's what he told us, anyway. And now they want to take our Mynheer. Pah! Not just the Mynheer. They want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. All mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind. Aye, why no? Everyone says me auntie's girl got touched by the weirdness. But she's still here, ain't she? Besides, we know the weirdness. We live with it every day. If it kills me, then so be it. There's no much left for me in this world anyway. Our priestess, or rather, Yvain's priestess, because we haven't seen hide nor hair of her in ages. She took Ailey in, and that ended up being a blessing for us all. She might be a little odd with that eye of hers, but she's a sweet girl. Go talk to her and you'll see. I might be an old woman, but I am no one to gossip. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Makes no difference to me. They could promise me a palace and I still wouldn't leave. This farm belonged to my father, and it belonged to his father before him. When my older brother died, I promised Pa I would nae let this place fall to ruin. I hoped to pass this land on to my children, but, well, they ended up buried in it. It's only fair that I should rest here with them. I know some do. The two brothers from the neighboring farm, they can't wait to be rid of that place. But it's no wonder, with the life they've had there. Not to sound like an old woman, but I'd say their farm is cursed. You see, there's an old well on their field, right at the very edge. If you go there at night, you can hear something wailing and growling inside. Truth be told, if I were in their shoes, I'd have run for the hills ages ago. Ha! Welcome in, you say? When your lot just barges in and takes whatever you please. Like old Norm's woodshed. That got requisitioned by Camelot. They shoved some fancy paper in his face and said, "This is ours now." They say it's all fair because Norm got compensated. But what about us, huh? We lent Norm our best axe ages ago, and he left it in that bloody shed. Oh, I tried. They told me everything in that shed now belongs to Camelot. And if I've got a problem, I should go take it up with Norm, since they gave him money for it. Problem is, that coward packed up and left the same day. Either they paid him too much coin for that hovel, or he wanted to be long gone before they checked the place over too close. I don't know. I don't go poking around in other folks' business. But Norm, he was a quiet one. Kept to himself mostly, though he had a temper on him. Rumor has it a debt collector came to his place once and never came back out. Not that anyone ever found proof that he had anything to do with it, mind you. And it's not like anyone here would shed a tear for one of those leeches. But it could all be hogwash. Maybe the fellow just got eaten by something out on the road. We'll never know. Nah, they bolted it shut and took off. No clue if they're even using it. But if I tried to get our axe back and they caught me, they'd throw me in for theft. Can you imagine? Of my own property. Why? And here I thought you were doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Huh. People these days. Fine. Bring back the axe and I'll pay you. Just stay out of trouble. Eggs, some veggies. There's no much to spare, but we share what we can.
Just keep your head down.
Doesn't matter to me. Just don't talk about it. Thanks, but I don't need the whole story on how you got them. Sounds about right. Pumpkins grow best in the weirdness. I just hope they'll take root here. You can go now. Come back when they sprout.
I should stay out of trouble.
I figured it out. I figured it out. The mistletoe. Oh, how could I have been so blind this whole time? It's obvious, don't you see? They weren't laughing at me, do you see? They were telling me to embrace the part that I play in the world. The part that we all play in the world. Listen, mistletoe was their sacred plant, right? We know it's a parasite, and in extreme situations, can even kill the tree on which it grows. Why would you worship a parasite? I finally got it. They realized that if everything goes well, it has minimal effect on the tree. Sometimes it's even able to give something back. Even better, it's evergreen, so birds can feed off it in winter. And even though it's poisonous to humans, druids were able to make medicine out of its fruits. Do you see? It's so obvious that it's no wonder the answer eluded us all. It's not about the mystical arts, the scrolls, or the rituals. That's all smoke and mirrors. It's about observing nature and drawing the right conclusions. Mistletoe feeds off the tree, but it doesn't just take. It gives back, just like we all do. We always take from something. The trick is to give back more than we take. That's meant to be our role in the world. Yes, it's about understanding our place in the world as parasites, but useful ones. There's no more knowledge to gain besides what's already here. The trick is, we need to learn to see it. Ah, this is my new quest. Thank you for initiating this discovery. Cillian. Frankly speaking, I was quite content with the arrangement where Camelot stayed out of the fortress's affairs. I fear that someone like Cillian might be a bit too overzealous in scrutinizing my methods. We can only hope that Feargus will prove to be a more, present captain than Briandan.
Please. A fight to the death. Go, the hunt.
your downfall.
Baal, is that you? You broke mine.
You doing okay? Ah.
Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor? Your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally, we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you? It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuanacht. The weirdness is getting thicker.
We declare martial law. Cut down all the trees and take the Mynir with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit if you ask me. The weirdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kuanacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers. Camelot says we do. I think we don't, even after the moronic theft of trees. Lord Milksop, of course, doesn't know what to do. If he supports the people, he'll lose his dealings with Camelot. If he leaves for Camelot, he'll become just another arse-kissing sponger princeling no one gives a toss about. And the court is already full of those. Here, at least, he's somebody. Or he can become somebody if he makes the right choices. The Menhir is dying. That's true. More and more weirdness creeps into our homes at night. Soon, the flame will no longer be enough. I don't know what would need to happen for everyone to stay in Kuanacht. The truth is, we can only survive if we keep together, either here or there. His family has a grand past. I have the utmost respect for their legacy. The Tarians made Kuanacht strong. They carried on the legacy of Palamedes, King Arthur's advisor. Our lord, though, don't get me started. Yvain is a coward. He lets Camelot get away with anything. Well, for now. I've heard rumors that he's been trying, in his own pathetic way, to delay making some crucial decisions. Who knows? Perhaps our lordling will finally grow a pair and make use of them for the good of his subjects. Though, if you ask me, the only thing that could save him would be the quest for the Holy Grail. I have my reasons. I don't trust the bastards because they've already been here once. They took a few people for what they called a routine examination, promising that our loved ones would return safe and sound in no time. Ah, damn it all. Would you believe me if I told you that not all of them even had the symptoms of the Red Death? Nobody came back. Not a single soul. From that moment on, I've sworn to do everything in my power to make life miserable for those scarlet dogs. I don't really want to talk about it, but look, I had a wife. She was a beautiful woman, and I'm pretty sure that she was with child when they took her away. She would chat with Nianti. She hadn't bled for 3 months, and she would have eaten all the crops from Reese's field if she could. My Katrin. They took her away. She caught a cold, and they put her on a transport to the island asylum. I never saw her again. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let the past stay in the past. You... what? How? How is this possible? I can't believe this. My Katrin, do you still have the letter? Please tell me you didn't throw it away. A boy. My little boy. She mentioned once that she liked the name Llewellyn. It made me laugh. It sounded so poetic, not really fitting for a blacksmith's son. I always wanted a son. Maybe that's why I've grown so fond of Baal. I thank you. I'm guessing the circumstances in which you got this letter must have been difficult. If everyone here were as brave as you, our Kuhnhacht would have a chance to weather the end of the world. Here, take this. I have no use for it anymore. I wanted to bury it with Katrin if I ever found her body. That's all I can do for you, and for her. Why? This letter doesn't change anything. Years ago, I swore I wouldn't utter a single good word about those red vermin, and I'm not going to change my mind on that anytime soon. If anything, it has assured me that I am right.